actor, comedian, musician Russell Brand is now an accused rapist. He's not staying quiet.
I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile, but what I never was a rapist.
I'm telling him to get off me, and he won't get off.
I was crying, and he said, "Oh, I only want to see your mascara run anyway."
One of the accusers says she was just 16 at the time of the alleged assault.
The timeline is anywhere between 2006 to 2013.
Brand also famously married singer Katy Perry in 2010.
What secret could she possibly have with Russell Brand?
Do you sometimes think, oh, just Russell, shut up?
Well, my mother-in-law is in the audience.
I think my mum was beginning to wonder if I would ever become married, unless it was in some kind of, perhaps Mormon-style group wedding.
Right.
So perhaps a group of cheerleaders.
Right, yeah. But she's happy. When you
Really
brought
happy.
Katie home, how did it go?
We went back to England, to my mum's house in Essex. Mum made us some food. Katie was very well behaved, helped sort of with the dishes, and it made me think, oh, look, she's like, that's good, isn't it? Like, that's normal.
At a certain point, it seemed as if Russell Brand was going to be the next big thing.
Strutting across the red carpet as the husband and arm candy of pop superstar Katy Perry.
He does seem like a handful.
Yeah, you know, but handfuls are also really fun. There's never a dull moment.
She always talked about the fairy tale kind of situation, and I think she really found that with Russell.
Maybe this is just the fantasy idea I have in my head, but I think, honestly, that I found the love of my life.
And even though they both had busy schedules that were pulling them in different directions, they were really trying to make it work.
Her career was blowing up and her love life was blowing up and everything was just go, go, go.
And I try not to go too long without seeing her, because I miss her otherwise.
Yes.
You know? So about like a week or something, I have to see her.
A little more than a year after getting together, they married in a lavish wedding in India.
She was at the height of her career, but all she could focus on was Russell, who was suddenly very absent.
18 days apart.
Yeah. Isn't he coming to you?
Well, he should, but he's not.
Katy was struggling. But Russell was acting like nothing was wrong.
There's a rumor that you and Katy split up. So.
What? She should have told me.
So it's not true.
So what happened next was shocking.
December 31st, New Year's Eve, 2011, he sent her a text message telling her he wanted a divorce.
Could you ever imagine being in a position where you would divorce somebody by text message?
That's cowardly.
I'm living like this life, the very thing that I detest. Vapid, vacuous celebrity.
I would hear girls, they would say, oh no, I don't want to be in a relationship because I don't want to have to choose between being in a relationship and having a career. And I thought to myself, when I find that person, I won't ever have to choose because they'll be accepting of me. And then I started to realize, oh my God, like that fairy tale that I had is not true for me right now.
Yeah, just a miss.
Yeah. I just couldn't get out of bed for weeks and became clinically depressed. It was the first kind of breaking of my idealistic mind. I was having great success at 23 and 24 and 25, and then I met someone that was, interesting and stimulating, and it was just like a tornado. It was just like all of it, everything happening at once.
She's on the cover of this month's Vogue magazine, and she's revealing lots of sordid details about her relationship with Russell Brand. There's some more quotes from this interview that are really interesting. I felt a lot of responsibility for it ending, but then I found out the real truth, which I can't necessarily disclose.
Your ex, Katy Perry, has given an interview to
I'm not
Vogue.
going to talk about stuff like that because...
Russell Brand of 2025 is facing very serious charges for his alleged behavior from the past.
He has faced accusations of sexual misconduct in the British media for years. Now he is going to face them in court. The star charged by UK police with rape and sexual assault
The timeline is anywhere between 2006 to 2013.
So all the time that I was married to Katy Perry, these things are already alleged to have taken place.
4 women claimed they were assaulted by Brand.
I was out there having sex with anybody who wanted to. And let me tell you, when you're a famous guy, people are up for it. I've got to be honest with you, that was part of the reason I even bothered becoming famous in the first place.
I don't think there will be an enormous amount of surprise that criminal charges have been brought. I mean, certainly it's been known for quite some time.
It'll be fascinating to see how this case plays out with Russell Brand. He's due in court in May, and we'll see where things go from there.
But while Russell was getting ready to go to court, Katy was preparing for a very different adventure.
Pop star Katy Perry will need to get ready to go to space. She's a part of the first all-female flight crew to leave the Earth in more than 6 decades.
6 ladies spending about 11 minutes in space, 60 miles above Earth's surface.
The singer says she's dedicating her flight to her 4-year-old daughter, Daisy.
Ever since I had my daughter, I went through a real metamorphosis.
The bad that comes along with the good is a journey. And I learned so much from that journey. I kind of believe in this fairy tale. And in some ways, I think that's always been to my advantage. Because, like, if you can believe in something great, I feel like you can achieve something great.
We had these incredible shots of Daisy watching you, and she was so proud. She just kept saying, "Mommy, Mommy."
To go to space is incredible, and I wanted to model courage and worthiness and fearlessness.
And you brought a real-life Daisy up.
That's
it was
right.
important for you, not only because it's your daughter's name, but why else was that important to bring in?
Daisies are common flowers, but they grow through any condition. They go through cement, they go through cracks, they go through walls. They are resilient, they are powerful, they are strong. It's about making space for future women and taking up space and belonging